Okay, would you like to start now?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, the competitions, this is the sports competitions in the school, and it was the annual event of the school where a lot of participants used to attend in these competitions. There are a lot of different categories of the competitions, like 100-meter race, 200-meter race, 400-meter hurdles, long jump, high jump, and a lot of other categories in the sports competitions. So I had joined the 400-meter race in that sports competitions. There were around 8 number participants in that competitions, and after a whistle, we started running, and then I stood third in the competitions. The school committee gave me a prize, and it was very healthy events, and where we are looking forward to join every year. And we had a nice evening in that competitions, and I still remember that event because we had a very great moment in the competitions.
Okay. So, would you encourage your children to participate in competitions?
Yes.
Why?
I wanted our children to be sportive in nature from the very beginning of their life, because in the sports, the mental growth and physical growth helps the children to move forward in their life. So I believe that all students should participate in sports, and they will not only increase their mental growth, it will also give them a attitude to be sportive in their future life.
Okay, let's move on to the third part of the discussion topics. Let's talk on competitions in the school. Why do you think some school teachers use competitions as class activities?
Yes, because it is very important in this school, so that the student do themselves to be competitive in the future life. Because nowadays we have seen that the competitions really is important in everybody's life. Because if we cannot grow our children in a very competitive mood, he or she will not find himself in a very good future life.
Okay. So, do you think it is a good thing to give prizes to children who do well at school?
I think it's very important to appreciate the student who are very good in some categories, as well as but besides, it is not also important to give a student to discourage the student who are not doing well.
Okay. Would you say that schools for young children have become more or less competitive since you were at that age?
Yes, of course. I think that the competitions in my age is not that strong or that important. That nowadays we have seen it in school.
Why?
Because the competitiveness in our age is not very important or not very closely observed. But nowadays the school students are very competitive. They are entering school having a very competitive examinations, and they are trying hard. I think that the competitions is very stronger than in our life.
Okay. Let's move on to sporting competitions. What are the advantages and disadvantages of intensive training for young sports people?
I think there is a most advantage than disadvantage for a student to be in the close training program, because nowadays the sports is getting more popular in our country, and it is very important to involve our children to be close sport activities. So such kind of organizations are there, for like BKSP, and a lot of sport organizations are trying to train the people, the student, in a very closer monitoring, with close monitoring. So I think that the close monitoring is important because sport is now getting a very international look.
Right. Some people think that competition leads to a better performance from sports stars. Others think it just makes players feel insecure. What is your opinion?
My opinion is that the competition or the close monitoring is making students more comfortable, more competent to attend in any kind of competitions, and at the same time the participants will feel secure after getting a close training.
Do you think that it is possible to become too competitive in sports?
No, I don't think the too competitiveness in the sports is not very good for the students because it creates annoyance regarding sports, and which will be not helpful for the participants.
Okay, thank you very much. Your test is over.